A man broke into a dry cleaner's and stole a bank manager's suit jacket. He replaced the buttons with miniature cameras. When the bank manager put on the jacket to enter the bank vault, the two thieves were able to observe what was happening inside the vault through the cameras. They then posed as police officers to gain access to the venue. Martin deliberately spilled water on the manager and took the camera while the manager was wiping it off. He then followed the manager to the gym. He placed a film on the treadmill and successfully obtained the manager's palm prints. At night, they carried out the heist. They cut through the concrete wall and drilled two small holes. They inserted two specially made bolts into the holes and pulled out the cut-out concrete block. The two men crawled through the opening into the bank. They went to the server room and froze the surveillance feeds. The two men made their way to the vault. Martin put on the palm print gloves and passed the recognition scan without issue. They successfully opened the first set of doors. Next, Martin pulled out a handcart and secured a jammer to the front. Martin carefully lay flat on the handcart. They need to avoid the infrared scan. Martin used his fingers to guide the cart forward slowly. 30 minutes later, they finally reached the center of the corridor without incident. Martin placed the jammer in the designated spot and Case quickly flipped the switch. The infrared scanners throughout the corridor instantly went offline. Now there was only one door left. They drilled a hole in the steel door and inserted a miniature probe through it. Using the probe, they observed the alignment of the internal latches. Then they began trying different combinations on the lock. As long as the numbers were correct, the latches inside the door would snap into place one by one. In this way, the two of them cracked all the codes. They successfully opened the steel door. They looked around and spotted the wooden box inside the safe. This was what they had come to steal. Case smashed the glass of the safe and carefully removed the wooden box. But just as he turned around, Martin suddenly pulled out a gun.